Hello, rail fans. Welcome to French Fried Trains. It's Monday, November 11th, 2019. I was coming back into town from doing some errands, and when I went over the tracks, I saw there was a northbound sitting waiting in the siding. So I swung into the park and waited to catch the trains. I only had to wait 10 minutes for this first train to arrive. An ES-44 ACH and an AC-44 CW lead a southbound manifest train. This was a nice catch for me because I wasn't planning on rail fanning that day, and it had been quite some time since I filmed from this spot. Here are some interesting covered hoppers with horizontal reinforcement bars on the side. And the auto wrap brings up the rear, and he's out of here. It was about another 10 minutes before the northbound and the siding got moving, and he was parked all the way down in the south end, so it took some time for him to get up here to the end of the siding. A pair of ET-44AHs get this train moving, marching elephant style, CSX 3463 and 3465. Interesting that two locomotives, such close in numbering, are on the same train. And here you can see them crossing through the switch to join back on the main line. It was pretty nice that no cars came to this crossing while I was zoomed in there. You can faintly hear the horn of the locomotive in the background. He's just now passing where I normally sit. An empty extra capacity center beam car. And a cut of boxcars. And a big cut of gondolas here. There was a decent amount of empty center beam cars mixed in on this train. I had never seen one of these rail car tank cars before. And now we're into a cut of empty steel slab cars. And that was all the trains I got for most of that week. On Friday the 15th, we went down to Lebanon in the evening to film the Lebanon Mason and Monroe's holiday train. They had a train lighting ceremony and sang Christmas carols as a benefit for the Children's Hospital. It was really cool. But these videos were filmed at night, so they're pretty dark and hard to see. You can see the conductor with a red light, making sure the crossing is clear of traffic for the train to pull out of the station. And now the conductor's reboarding the locomotive and the train is good to go. The train is led by their high-hood GP7, built in 1947 and one of the oldest still in operation. Recently painted to its original C&O colors. Awesome. I love the sound of the horn on this guy. They have their generator car, and a DTI caboose brings up the rear. Note the red light bringing up the rear. A little hard to see in this level of darkness, but worth filming anyway. Now, since all the holiday festivities at the station were over, and the train was leaving town, I decided to also leave town and leapfrog ahead of it and try to film it again and see how it turned out. Each of these videos gets progressively darker, unfortunately. Not much to see in this video, unfortunately, but it is cool to see a passenger train all lit up at night. Not something I see often. Although I did find it curious that the caboose wasn't lit up here. Except for some lights on the handrail and the red light marking the end of the train, it's completely dark. Maybe they turned the lights on for the return trip going backward. We leapfrogged ahead of it one more time to film, and it was even darker here. There's really not much to see, but the sound is awesome. Listen to this horn echo out in the country. Now the crossing lights are activated. Curious that there's no bells on this crossing. Like I said, too dark and not much to see, but it was awesome hearing that loud horn echoing out through the country air at night. Well, rail fans, that's all we have on this episode of French Fried Trains. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great week, everyone.